Hello Archons, and welcome back to Keyflox versus the Keyraken. Alright, we're now down to episode 6, so halfway through. This is going fast, but still at a reasonable pace. So, last time we managed to defeat the Keyraken, finally. Let's see what this deck has in store for us today, and if we can repeat our success. Oof, this was a very satisfying game. Finally getting that win. So we can do it with 3 cards. It is possible. It's tough, but it is possible. Today we have, a nice name. Professor Fusion Ikari. Professor Fusion Ikari with Untamed, Star Alliance, and Logos. Okay, that sounds very Japanese. That's cool. Yep. Professor Fusion Ikari. Okay, let's open it up, shuffle it. Okay, Professor Fusion Ikari. With a name like that, with logos, hopefully it's a groundbreaking discovery deck. That would be awesome. Positron Bolt. Youngest Bear. Zap. Z-Wave Emitter. Oh, so it's a Z-Force Agent deck. Awesome! That's my second Z-Force Agent deck. I only have one so far. PI Sweven and Persistent Hunting. Okay. Alright, so it's a 2/2/2 hand. That's less than ideal to begin with. And, yeah. At the start of your turn, ward this creature, zap. Yeah, so we've got lots of damage and creature exhaustion, so it's not a good starting hand. Let's mulligan. Ew. Alright, just a minor technical difficulty with one of my computers where the recording stopped, but no big deal. Everything's back to normal now. Okay, so 5 cards. Z-Wave Emitter, Positron Bolt, Chelonia, nice. Z-Force Agent 14, here it comes. And Theory or Conjecture. Okay, well, I guess, yeah, Z-Force Agent on the first turn sounds like the right thing to do right now. Excellent. Yeah, okay. Z-Force Agent with a Z-Wave Emitter. Gain 1 ember. Okay. At the start of my turn, ward this creature. Lovely. Biome Discovery. Youngest Bear and Psi Officer Kincan. Lovely. Keyraken. The evil in the ranks. Deal 3 damage to each of my flank creatures. If the tide is high, the Keyraken archives 1 adventure card. It does not. Preternatural Will. If the tide is low, heal 6 damage from the Keyraken. Nothing to heal. And Race to the Surface. Gain 1 ember. For each time the Keyraken has advanced, archives 1 adventure card. Nothing. Okay, that's an easy turn for me. And then the Keyraken reaps. There we go. Too easy. My turn. At the beginning of my turn, ward this creature. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Okay. So I think we are going to carry on with yeah, let's carry on with Star Alliance. think that would be wise. Okay, let's play a biome discovery, gain 1 ember and raise the tide. And then play a Psy Officer King Can. And then I will reap with the Force Agent. Okay. Lovely. We draw a Bouncing Death Quark. Good. And a Mookling. Ah. Alright, so a bit of Ember of key control. Nice. That's a good hand we've got there. The Keyraken. Primordial. Keyraken gains Reap, Archive and Adventure card. Crushing Arm. And Swift Current. 2 Ember. Okay, the Keyraken reaps and archives 1 adventure card. Okay. My turn. Okay, so I think we could do Untamed Burst with Chelonia and then Youngest Bear Mookling. Yeah, I don't think it's so useful. Bouncing Death Quark is not the right play right now. Position Bolt will not do that much damage. Ethereal Conjecture is always useful, but yeah, more efficient to go with Untamed, I believe. Let's do that. Okay, so let's go with Untamed. Psy Officer King Can, I steal 1 Ember. Then I will play Chelonia. Let's play Youngest Bear, gain 1 Ember thanks to Chelonia, and play Mookling, yeah, gaining 1 Ember thanks to Chelonia. Alright, and that's my turn. Lovely. Another Youngest Bear. The Z-Ray Blaster, plus 3 power, and before fight, deal 3 damage to each neighbor of the creature this creature fights. Lovely. And a Persistence Hunting. Yep. Okay, I've got a few options next turn. That's good. That's good. Alright, I've got a good feeling about this game. It's going well so far. But, as we've known, things can quickly turn differently. Behold is Grander! Again, 1 for each creature I control that shares a house with 1 of its members. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ouch! Mega Burst from Keyraken. Behold, defend the Keyraken. Gain 1 Ember. Ward the Keyraken and each of its creatures. Emergence, gain 1 Ember. Destroy 1 of my artifacts and exhaust 3 of my creatures. Okay, so if I were the Keyraken, I would exhaust the Force Agent, I would exhaust Youngest Bear, and I would exhaust Chelonia Mookling. Make no real difference. Let's say Chelonia. And finally, a Lashing Tentacle. Okay. The Keyraken reaps. Gets an Ember, archives a card. Crushing Arm, prey the least powerful flank creature. That is Mookling, obviously the prime target there. So it destroys Mookling and loses the ward. And then the Keyraken's creature with the highest power captures 1 Ember from me. That's Crushing Arm. Okay. Right. How was I saying? This is going well for me. Maybe I might have spoke a bit too soon. Alright. Well, okay then. Fine. Maybe we should go with Logos turn. Persistent Hunting, Youngest Bear. Yeah, I think Logos is in order. So let's go Logos. Steal 1 thanks to Psy Officer King Can. Let's do a Position Bolt. Gain 1 Ember. Deal 3 damage to Lashing Tentacle. Fuck, that pops the ward of Keyraken, and then 2 damage on its neighbor. Let's theory or conjecture to archive the top 2 cards of my deck. That will be a persistence hunting and the Ruins of Arconis. Oh yeah, I think that's the first time I have this card as well. Play, put 4 Ember on Ruins of Arconis from the command supply, archive a card. After play, place the 6th card in a turn. If it's ready, move each Ember. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and then let's do a bouncing desk walk to pop the crushing arm, dealing 3 damage to the Keyraken, getting me my Ember back. And I will destroy it in exchange for, well, Z-Force Agent. There we go. Pop the ward of Z-Force Agent. Okay, and that is my turn. 3. Prof Garwin. Shield you later. And the World Tree. Nice. Okay, so the Keyraken advances for 6. And then comes at me with 3 cards plus the archive. Ascending Jet. Zealot's Revelation. And the tide is lowered. Yes, not forget. Important. Shuffle the adventure discard pile into the adventure deck. Then the Keyraken archives 3 adventure cards. If the tide is high, I may lower the tide instead. Well, no, it's not. So, okay. So I've got 2 cards coming up, and I shuffle everything in. Okay, and 1, 2, 3 cards archived, and then I've got another 2 coming up. Into the Abyss. Get one Ember, discard my hand, and draw 4 cards. Oh no. Alright, so pop, and I draw an Austerity Cyborg, a Genetic Drift, a Shield You Later, and a Static Charge. Alright. And finally, a Slippery Arm. Okay. Keyraken Reaps, archives 1 more adventure card. The Swift Current will capture 1 on the Slippery Arm. Okay, and that is the Keyraken's turn. It's advancing fast. Okay, I forge a key for 6. 6. Okay, and that destroys the Primordial. Good. One good thing happening so far. Alright, so we have not a great hand now. We have Ruins of Arconis and Persistence Hunting in the archive. At the start of my turn, I ward my Z-Force Agent. Okay, well, I guess we could do some Logos, which would allow me to steal 1, actually. There's no Logos in play, so that could be a good thing. I could give an armor to the Force Agent, but... and then... no. I would like to raise the tide, obviously. So if I go with Star Alliance, I can fight and gain some Ember, but then I'm not stopping the Keyraken from advancing. Whereas if I go with Logos, I still won thanks to King Khan. And then, yeah. Okay, so let's go with Logos. So I still won thanks to King Khan. And then I will get my archive. Okay. I'm going to spend the 2 Ember I have to raise the tide. Alright. I'm going to play the Ruins of Arconis, gain 1 Ember. And I put 4 Ember on Ruins of Arconis from the command supply, and I archive a card. I will archive Persistence hunting. I think that is a good thing to put aside. Okay, then I will play an Australis cyborg over here, gaining 1 thanks to Chelonia, and put a static charge on that slippery arm. Okay, and that is my turn. Okay, we draw a submersive principle. Oh, always handy. A fuzzy Gruen, yay! A youngest bear. Wow, there's a lot of youngest bear in this deck. And a Witch of the Dawn. Like, didn't I have another youngest bear before, or... Yeah, I've got 3 youngest bear. Whee! It's a lot of bears. Okay, right, so I think, yeah, Untamed might be a wise choice next turn, possibly. We'll see. It depends what happens with the Keyraken and that bonkers turn coming up. Okay, so the Keyraken comes at me. 3 from the... and 4 archive. Ouch. Raise to the surface, gain 1 ember. For each time the Keyraken has advanced, it archives 1 adventure card, so that would be this one, and I draw that many cards. A CH337A. Cool. Alright. Then, a Whirlpool Eddy. Gain 1 ember. Another Race to the Surface. So, archives 1 more card. And I draw a Tide Warp. Ooh, that's the first time I get this card, I believe, as well. Oh, yeah! And a Preternatural Wheel. I gain 3 chains. The tide is high. Then we draw from the... take from the adventure deck. Defend the Keyraken. Gain 1 ember. And ward the Keyraken and each of its creatures. Left in its wake. Gain 1 ember. Exhaust my most powerful creature and each creature I control that shares a house with it. That would be the Force Agent and Kinkan. If the tide is high, the Keyraken archives 1 adventure card. Oi, 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 oi. And lastly, Crimson Churning. Gain another ember. Deal 1 damage to each of my creatures. Up. Pop the ward. Cuckoo. Ah. Up. And the Keyraken archives 1 adventure card. Wow. That's gonna be a struggle. The Keyraken reaps. That's massive pile of ember. Then the slippery arm reaps. The tide is high, so there's no more archiving. Thank you. Swift Current captures 1. And the Ascending Jet will give +3 to the slippery arm. Okay. Oy, 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 oy. We are struggling there. Okay, and at the end of the Keyraken's turn. At the beginning of my turn, I ward the Force Agent. Now, I've got a big hand. Yeah, so we've got a Submersive Principle. I think maybe Submersive Principle might be the right choice there, so that he could drop all of that ember. Let's see. That wouldn't stop the Keyraken from advancing, because he's got 13 ember, that's insane. But that would dramatically reduce the amount of ember. So that might not be unwise, I think. Okay, yeah, I think we'll do that. And then the Tide Warp will work in my favor, because then every time the tide gets low on the Keyraken's turn, then it will come back high to me. That's very handy. Alright, let's go with logos. Yes, let's do that. So let's play a Tide Warp, gain 1 Ember. Okay, and then... no, hold on. Before I do that, well, although rounding doesn't allow... Yeah, it doesn't matter. The order doesn't matter with Submersive Principle because I only lose 1 anyway. Okay, then I play the Submersive Principle. I lose 1 Ember. The Keyraken loses 6. Alright, it's now at 7. Oof. Okay, and then I've got my Australis Cyborg. I will Reap with my Australis Cyborg and deal 2 damage to this thing to pop the ward. Okay, and that is my turn. Right, and I've got 6 cards in hand, so no drawing. Alright, the Keyraken advances for 6. And lowers the tide. Okay, I've got 3 cards from the deck and 4 cards from the archive. Devour Hole. The Keyraken gain Skirmish and Prey, the least powerful creature. Okay, so it fights, then readies. What should it fight? So it will fight twice, both times the same. I guess in a way, Office Sucking can... no, he's not so much of a priority right now. Chelonia is a bit more annoying, so it will fight Chelonia. So elusive, nothing happens this time. Then, Titanic Maw. It gains Prey, the most powerful creature, and deals 3 damage to each neighbor of the creature the Keyrakens fight. Lashing Tentacle. Tidal Trouble. Gain 1 Ember. Stun my most powerful creature, and each creature that shares a house with it. Alright, there we go. Emergence. Gain 1 Ember. Destroy 1 of my artifacts. Well, the Tide Warp is kind of to my advantage, so let's blast the Tide Warp and exhaust 3 of my creatures. Let's exhaust that, and that. Then, the Evil in the Ranks. Deal 3 damage to each of my flank creatures. So that's Chelonia destroyed, and Australis Cyborg destroyed. Lovely. The tide is not high, so no archiving. And finally, a race to the surface. Gain another Ember. For each time the Keyraken has advanced this game twice, it archives 1 adventure card. And I draw that many. Another Submersive Principle and a Zap. Good. Okay. So now the Keyraken can fight both the least powerful creature or the most powerful creature. I think it's gonna crash into Z-Force Agent there. So it will fight Z-Force Agent, that will pop the ward of Z-Force Agent, and destroy King Khan and Youngest Bear with the splash damage. Just get rid of my entire board, will you? Then this will Reap. The tide is low, therefore it archives 1 adventure card. Then the Swift Current will capture 1 from me, that's that. Ascending Jet will give +3 power counters to the Lashing Tentacle. And Whirlpool Eddy will stun and exhaust 1 of my creatures that's not already stunned. If they're all stunned, which they are, destroy Whirlpool Eddy and lower the tide. Okay, there we go. No, this remains exhausted. Was this exhausted? Yeah. Was this exhausted? Hold on. And exhaust. Yeah, it got exhausted. Yeah, okay. Alright, we're not in a great spot right now. well, we do have the submersive principle is not necessary at this point because we can raise the tide and the Keyraken will not advance. So we can keep that for later. In my archive, I have the persistent hunting. Okay. So maybe we might want... could play Star Alliance to give armor to the Force Agent, which actually becomes warded at the beginning of my turn, and then do some zapping, or we just go through my hand. With Witch of the Dawn, I can return a creature from my discard pile to my hand. Is there something in there that I would want? Kinkano, Chelonia, yes. I guess I could bring back Chelonia or Mukling. Genetic Drift will work against me because give each creature with a +1 power counter another +1 power counter, so I'll make those guys bigger. Don't think it matters that much, but yeah, well. Yeah, but with the Peasant's Hunting I can at least exhaust those guys, so that's not bad. That will slow down ever so slightly. Yeah, I think I'll go with Untamed. Alright, let's get my archive back. Let's do the Persistence Hunting, gain 1 Ember, and exhaust all of House Keyraken. Okay. Let's play the Witch of the Dawn and bring back my Mukling. Let's play the Mukling. Let's play a Youngest Bear. And then I can... Let's see. I'll make Mukling bigger. So let's play the Genetic Drift, even if it works against me. So gain 1 Ember. I'll give Mukling +1, and then give each creature with a +1 counter another. So Mukling again, and then let's unfortunately make those guys ever so slightly bigger. I will not play Fuzzy Grunt because I don't want the Keyraken to gain 1 Ember. That would make him advance, so that discards, and I will spend 2 Ember to raise the tide. There we go. Okay, and that is my turn. Well, I mean, Fuzzy Gruan with Mukling makes it that it wouldn't advance, but yeah, that's fine. Another Persistent Hunting, lovely. And, hold on, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, I shed a chain. Yep, that's it. Okay, so next turn will most likely be an Star Alliance. Yeah. Or maybe a Logos because of the submersive principle, but that would be annoying to just play that card, so we'll see. Okay, the Keyraken. 3 cards plus the archive. Devour Hole. Keyraken gains Skirmish and Prey, the least powerful creature it fights then readies. So it's got both the most powerful and the least powerful. And it will fight twice, so it's gonna wipe my board almost. Kind of. Okay, so it will start by fighting the Force Agent. So that pops the ward of the Force Agent and destroys those two thanks to the splash damage. Okay. Then, defend the Keyraken. Gain 1 Ember. Ward the Keyraken and each of its creatures. Oh yeah, by the way, static charge triggered, so 2 damage is dealt on this guy. Tenacious Arm. Shield Arm. Lashing Tentacle. Behold his grandeur. I gain 1, he gain 1 for each creature control that shares a house. Nothing. Yay. Alright, so then the Keyraken will fight again, and it will fight Mookling. So that will deal 3 damage to Mookling, and then deal 3 damage to Z-Force Agent, which destroys Z-Force Agent. No. Wow. Okay. All of that is exhausted. The creature with the highest power captures 1. So here we've got, let's see, 3 plus 4, 3 plus 4. So let's put it on this one. And then give the Keyraken creature with the lowest power plus 3 power counters. Let's put it on the Tenacious Army here. This little stealer. Okay. Okay, I still have my Mookling, so I can do something. Right. What options do I have? I don't have a lot. I could exhaust again his entire board. Shield you later, Cheetah Zap. I don't have many great options there. Well, I guess I can slow down the Keyraken ever so slightly. And then next turn maybe do something. I don't know. I don't know what's the right play there. Because here I could make Mookling more resistant and give it elusive. And then zap, but that will not destroy anything. I will deal 2 damage. Well, it's still something, but yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's keep my stuff alive maybe. Well, so this will fight Mookling and finish it off. No matter what. Unless... yeah, unless I protect my Mookling. I'll give it some armor and give it elusive. Alright, let's do that then. Okay, let's put a shield you later on Mookling to give it +2 armor. Let's play CH337A to give elusive to Mookling. And then let's play Zap, giving me 1 Ember. Let's deal 1 to a creature for each house. So right now there are there's 3 houses in play. Okay. So I could either destroy Lashing Tentacle and deal pop the ward of the Keyraken, or pop the wards of those 2 and deal 1 damage to something. I think so. Yeah, I think my Mookling is gonna die no matter what. If I pop the ward here, then it will take another 2 damage from the static charge. It's gonna take a while before the static charge eats through all those +1 counters. Let's get rid of 1 creature. Alright, let's zap out the Lashing Tentacle and pop the ward. Maybe, I don't know if that was right or not, really. We'll see. Okay, and that is my turn. I draw 3 cards. PI Sweden, Grand Alliance Council. Okay, so I'll be able to clear the board, and a Z-Particle Tracker. Okay, so it's not a groundbreaking discovery deck, clearly, at this point. There's only two cards remaining. But it's a Z-Force Agent, so that's cool anyway. I'm very happy with that. I like Z-Force Agent, I only had one deck so far. Okay, so yeah, Grand Alliance Council will do some clearing out next turn, that's good. Okay, Keyraken does not advance because it costs +4. Oh, and we only have 3 cards this turn, yay! Primordial! Preternatural Will, I gain 3 chains. And a Slippery Arm. Alright, so now Keyraken has Prey, the most powerful creature. So it will fight Mookling and deal 3 damage to CH33A, 337A. Bam! Okay. Oh, this guy popped his ward thanks to the static charge. Okay, so this will reap. Just gain 1 ember. This will fight the most powerful creature. So it's Mookling, which I guess gets destroyed, yeah. Even with the armor. That's a 7 power, and Mookling is 4, 5, 6 with the armor, so yeah, that's Mookling out. Okay, that's that. Maybe I should have exhausted everything. I did the wrong choice, but then again, I did not know that there was a Grand Alliance Council coming up, so how would I know? Reap! And steals 1 from me. Reap. And nothing. Then Keyraken with the highest power captures 1 from me. Let's put it on this one here. And then the Keyraken with the lowest power gain plus 3 power counters. Slippery Arm. Okay. At the end of the turn, I have no creature, therefore we can destroy Titanic Maw. Yet I am not in a great situation. Okay. I can... yeah, again... I can blast the board with the Grand Alliance Council, which would do some serious damage to Keyraken at this point. And maybe I'll just keep my Submissive Principle for later. Yeah, let's get rid of all that mess. I have to. Alright, let's play the Z-Particle Tracker on this guy, just so that I can benefit from the Ember. And then the Grand Alliance Council to blast out everything except for this. So this is destroyed, dealing 3 damage. So hold on, we've got 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 damage. Bang. And again, 1 ember. Back. Alright. Good. Nice big board wipe. Okay. And that is my turn. So, Bilge Warden and a static collection array. My keys cost -1 while the tide is high and +1 while the tide is low. Hey. Cool. Again, a new card that I did not have before. I love when that happens. Yep, okay, so maybe a Logos turn next turn, we'll see. The Keyraken advances for 6. Oh, we're in trouble. And lowers the tide. 3 cards coming up. We have a Tenacious Arm. An Emergence. Destroy 1 of my artifact. Hold on, let's not forget the Ember. So, Ruins of Arconis is destroyed. Pop. After a player plays the 6th card in a turn. The Keyraken has played a turn with more than 6 cards, hasn't it? Yes, it has. So the Keyraken should have had an extra 4 Ember at some point. I forgot about that. I don't think it will change the outcome of this game, but it's worth remembering. I will look at that when I edit this video. And Beast of Dark Legend. Gain 1 ember for each of my unforged keys. That is 2 ember. Okay, then the Keyraken reaps and archives 1 adventure card. And then this will reap and archive 1 adventure card. The Keyraken creature with the highest power captures 1 from me. And I give the Tenacious Arm plus 3 power counters. Okay. Oi oi oi. Okay. So yeah, we go with logos most definitely. However, oh yes, I can Bilge Warden, raise the tide. Good. Alright. Play Bilge Warden. I raise the tide. Then I play the Submersive Principle to remove half the ember. Alright, so it's 4 ember taken away from the Keyraken. And then a PI Sweven. Alright. And then I shuffle. Okay, and I draw 3. Youngest Bear, Persistent Scenting, and Genetic Drift. Shed a Chain. Alright, so that's a big untamed hand. We'll see if that can be helpful or not. But I'm pretty sure in theory I should have lost that game already. Ascending Jet. Whirlpool Eddy. 1 ember. Crushing Arm. Swift Current. And Tide Down. Gain 1 ember. Put 1 of my creatures on the bottom of my deck. Alright. What's gonna happen? So it's just going to be reaping. Let's try to keep the Bilge Warden, because he can be useful. I don't know. And the tide is high, so 1 adventure card is being archived. The Keyraken reaps. Archives 1 adventure card. This has dealt 2 damage to his neighbor at the beginning of the turn, let's not forget. So that reaps. Then this reaps and steals 1 from me, thank you very much. This, I have no ember, so I destroy Swift Current and lower the tide. And the Ascending Jet will give a creature with the lowest power plus 3 counters, that is the Tenacious Arm. That creature is now at 9, so I destroy Ascending Jet and lower the tide once again. Alright, and that is the Keyraken's turn. Bleh. And yeah, the best I can do right now is, yeah, not much. Yeah, can exhaust everything. Alright. Persistent Hunting. Gain an ember, exhaust every creature of the House Keyraken. Do another Persistent Hunting for the ember, yay. Play Youngest Bear. Play a Genetic Drift to give 2 powers plus 1 power counters to my Bilge Warden. And then extra power counters to the Keyraken's creatures for the fun of it. Spend 2 to raise the tide just because. Yeah, and that is game. Now I refill my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Z-Force Agent, you're back. But then the Keyraken advances for 6 for the last time. And destroys everybody. Okay, so this is it. We got halfway through to the Keyraken. I think we have the potential with this deck to win against the Keyraken. probably played better with the knowledge of the deck, there's some really solid potential there. So we've got Z-Force Agent with a couple of upgrades. Not many upgrades. Z Ray Blaster, Z Wave Emitter, yeah. And we do have the Shield You Later that can be used as a upgrade. So that could make a fairly decent Z-Force Agent. He will be warded, he'll get +3 power, and fight, search for an upgrade. Yeah, there's not that many upgrades, so that, yeah. Static Collectioner is cool. I like that. We have the Warp, the Tide Warp. That's a cool card. And oh, yeah, there's another Shield You Later, so 2 of them. Okay, that's alright. 2 Submersive Principles for some Ember control. That's very nice. Got the Grand Alliance Council for board control. The Ruins of Arcanist. There's the potential. Possibly, we've got a bit of archives, so maybe. Like there's one theory or conjecture. We've got PI Sweven to draw cards. So yeah, there is the possibility of triggering that, which would be cool. And then yeah, so some decent board control as well. We've got a Bouncing Desk Walk, so going with Grand Alliance Council. We've got 3 Youngest Bears, so for some board efficiency there, if we can get them to stay on the board and position them properly with the rest of the board, yeah, that could be quite efficient. So I think in a standard game of Keyforge, this has some really strong potential. A bit of control again with the persistence hunting. So yeah, no, that's a nice deck. That's a very nice deck. I really like. There's 3 persistence hunting. Really? Did I miss one? Well, 1, 2, 3. Yes, indeed. 3 persistence hunting. Wow. All right. So yeah, that's a very, very reliable, consistent deck there. 3 Youngest Bear, 3 persistence hunting. Genetic Drift works really well with Mookling. And then yeah, Submersive Principle is very handy. Yeah, no, that's a cool deck. Professor Fusion, Ikari. I like you. Alright, cool. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Keyflux versus the Keyraken. I hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed it. That was once again an exciting discovery of a deck. So yeah, thank you, and I'll see you later for another episode. Bye bye!